Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. For today's video, we want to discuss about truths that need to be comprehended in order to live a happy life. In Mind State, we're here to help you reach your full potential. Let's get right to it. Most of us want to be happy and fulfilled, but it's hard to achieve. For many people, happiness is the result of the things they do or the things that happen to them. But life doesn't always go according to plan, and sometimes you can't control what happens. You look around at your life and think back on all the things you wanted for yourself. To be happy, to be fulfilled. And you feel like none of it has happened. You're not sure what went wrong or how this could have happened, but it did. And now you don't know how to fix it. But there's a good news. It's not too late. There are plenty of ways to make your happiness happen. Here are some tips for making sure you're on track. First, make your own list of what makes you happy. Then use it to guide your decision making. It's important to have some inner peace when it comes to your happiness. It's also important to focus on what makes you happy, rather than trying to please other people. Second, don't try to please everyone else all the time. It's impossible and exhausting. Instead, focus on pleasing yourself first. It may seem like a lot of pressure at first, but once you get used to thinking this way, instead of focusing on others, you'll realize that it actually feels good. The more you practice doing this, the more natural it will become for you. What if you were to take a look at your life and ask yourself, what would happen if I did something different? It's a simple question, but it can be hard to answer. The fear of the unknown can be a powerful thing. We all know that. But what if you decided to let go of that fear? What if you decided to open yourself up to change, even if it meant embracing the unknown? We're not saying that changing everything about your life is going to make all of your dreams come true overnight. But we are saying that change is inevitable. And when you embrace change instead of fighting it, new opportunities arise. Sometimes, those opportunities will lead to exactly what you need in order to achieve your goals. Life isn't always easy. It can be hard to do the things that really matter to us because of fear, laziness, or ignorance. But if we accept these harsh truths about life and work with them instead of fighting against them, then we can actually make a difference. Regardless of your current situation, accepting and following harsh truths about life will enable you to make progress in your life and help others along the way. Are you liking this video so far? Before we get back, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell to get notified of our new uploads. Now let's get right back to it. Always remember, you're not that important. We've all had our moments of embarrassment, and we've all felt like we were the butt of some joke or another. But here's the thing, you're probably not as important as you think. Remember when you tripped and fell in front of everyone? Everyone laughed at you. But then they asked you if you were okay once they realized how embarrassed you were. You probably thought that this story would be told for years to come, that everyone would know about your embarrassing moment forevermore. But that's not true. You're just not that important to other people. They went on with their lives after a short while, and so will you. Third, not everyone is going to like you. It's true, and that's okay. You're not going to please everyone, and you shouldn't try to. It's very easy in life to get caught up in the idea that we need to be popular, or that we need other people's approval for everything we do. But what if instead of worrying about what others think about you, you just focused on being the best version of yourself? Your own opinion of yourself is the only one that counts anyway. So don't waste time worrying about whether or not other people appreciate your value. Focus instead on living a life that makes you happy. Fourth, you are not defined by what you have. Money matters. It's not just a saying. Money is important, and it's not just for the rich and famous. It's also necessary to survive in today's society. That being said, money and the things it provides do not define who you are. A person with a huge house and expensive car is not necessarily better than someone who lives in an apartment and rides the bus. Regardless of what you have, ultimately people form their own perception of you based on your consistent actions and how you impact them personally. Fifth, you have the power to choose how you act in response to what happens to you. If someone were punching you in the face, would you stand there and let them continue punching you? Hopefully not. And while it might be tempting to punch back, simply moving out of the way is likely a better option. Applying this example to everyday life, you are the only one who can determine how others treat you. If someone shows no regard for your well-being, it's completely acceptable to walk away. Sixth, we don't feel any certain way about something because of that thing itself. Your feelings aren't caused by anything in and of itself. Rather, they're created by your perception of the thing, person, or situation at hand. In short, your thoughts create your feelings and your feelings determine your behavior. So, if you want to feel differently, start with your thoughts. Seventh, if you're not accountable, someone else will. It's simple. The words and decisions you make have consequences, whether they're positive or negative. If you don't hold yourself accountable, someone else surely will. Whether it's a supervisor or a coworker or even the police. On a macro level, accountability is required to maintain order in society. On a smaller scale, it helps us maintain our integrity so that we can be better individuals and lead happier lives. It's true that people want you to succeed, but they also want you to do well, not better than them. Be discerning of others' motives and don't waste your time or energy on those who don't have your best interest in mind. Ignore the negativity and keep working toward your goals. Dedication, persistence, and consistency will get you where you want to go. You've probably heard that there is no perfect time to do anything, but we're going to say it again. There is no such thing as the right time or the perfect moment to start something new. You can always come up with an excuse not to do something. It might be a lack of money, your age, not enough time, or anything else you can think of. And unfortunately, the harsh truth is that the perfect time doesn't exist. And that thing you've been putting off may never get done. It's easy to get caught up in comparing yourself to others. We all do it. And it can be tempting to feel like you're lacking in some way when you're comparing yourself to someone who seems to have it all together. But if you take a step back from the situation and look at things objectively, you'll realize that everyone has their own challenges, just like everyone has their own advantages. Fear is a natural response to the unknown, but you can't let fear keep you from experiencing different things. The next time you're scared of something, just remember that it's a biological response to new things. Then approach it with an attitude of excitement and curiosity. What are you scared of? What would happen if you faced that fear? You're responsible for your own happiness. It's easy to blame other people for our problems, but the truth is that we all have an equal capacity for good and bad. We make our own choices and are responsible for the consequences of those choices. Don't waste time blaming others for your unhappiness. Instead, spend your time working towards solutions. You may not always agree with the truths we tell you, but they're bound to pop up in your day-to-day life. So, it's important to be aware of them and accept them. Once you do, you'll find your days much happier and more fulfilling. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends so we can keep making them. What do you think about these universal truths? Leave a comment below. Also, don't forget to comment down below what you'd like to see next. See you next time!